Hi guys, we need to talk. You know, when someone's trying to get you to do something you don't want to do, you know is not aligned with your goals, it's not aligned with the future vision you're trying to create. Like, for example, you need to go to the gym or you're trying to eat right and it's a holiday and you decide not to eat that cake, but your aunt or your uncle or Grandma Jean is like, oh, live a little, eat the freaking cake. And in reality, she's just trying to make herself not look stupid. But how do you actually fight that? Like, how do you actually combat your friends and your family on doing the things that you know are going to help you reach your goals when everyone around you is trying to pull you out of that? That's what we're talking about in today's video. Hey, what's up guys? Alex Hine here, author of the book Master the Day. So the very first habit, really, when it comes to saying no to people because you need to do stuff to reach your own dreams, is that it does come down to self-confidence. Like, there is no other way around it. The fact is, if you believe in your dream and you think it's important enough and you believe in what you're doing, like for example, let's say you believe drugs are bad and you've got a bunch of kids, the cool kids at school, they come up to you, or the cool people at work, or successful people, or that really attractive person. Well, if you believe drugs are bad and you really know it to be true, and you know that doing drugs are not going to help you reach your goals, you're never going to say yes to that request when the person says, hey, you want to do this with me? You'll say no, because you have the self-confidence that I don't care what they actually think of me. I don't care if they think I'm cool or not. I don't care if they think I'm successful or not. I don't care if they think fit people do this or unfit people do this. Because if you have the self-confidence, like if you're a non-soda drinker, someone comes up to you, it could be your dream guy, your dream girl, and they're like, hey, just drink this, come on, just for me. Like, don't be a loser, don't be stupid. You're never gonna drink that, no matter how much peer pressure there is, because you already have the conviction, the self-confidence, and you know what rituals you have to do on a daily basis to eventually get to your dream. So when it comes to saying no to people because you're like, you know what, I'm off work at 5, the boss or your friends are like, you know what, we could use a little bit of help here after, and you're like, you know what, I do want to help them, of course, but they've done this to me for a year, and you're going to have that kind of self-confidence to be like, you know what, right now, I'm more important than you, and this dream is much more important than you are. So if it comes down to the self-confidence, you have to take some time to really analyze why that self-confidence may not be there. Now, the second habit is that it all revolves around what you find important in life, right? It's like if you find something important, you're going to find a way to do it. I mean, dating is such a good analogy, just everything around dating, because if a person really cares about you and they're interested in you, they're going to text you back. They're going to go out of their way to do things for you. They're going to put in the effort. And so there are all these tactics and strategies people learn when they're trying to date or trying to find someone to marry. And in reality, you can't change the other person's interest that much. Like, at some point, they've decided if they're interested in you or if they're not interested in you. And if they view you as important, they will show the work, right? It's just like the narrative, the inner belief. This person's important, which will reflect their outward habits, doing the work to make you feel special. It's the same thing with your goals. If you feel like getting fit is really important to you, it is priority number 1, you review it daily on a piece of paper, you know exactly what you're trying to do and why it's important and how it's going to change your life, you're going to do the right stuff. You're going to make the right decision. So sometimes it does come down to the fact that we choose the short-term pleasure, like going out with friends and having 5 drinks, instead of maybe staying home with a couple friends and having 1 or 2 drinks, but maybe not sabotaging a lot of the work we did this week to lose weight or to get fitter. Or maybe it means on Friday night staying home to write your book instead of going out, or maybe you even go out, you just go out half the time. So it all comes back to, do you think the things you are doing are important? Do you think they're important enough to warrant working on Saturday morning or staying home Friday night to do work, or maybe not getting those drinks? It's all about what you find important in life, and what you say is important is often different from what's really important, because to everyone, having money is important. To everyone, being fit is important. To everyone, being in a good relationship is important. But not everybody does the work that actually reflects that. So I would say, if you're unsure about what you think is important in your life, look what you're actually dedicating your time and your work to. If you're dedicating time to watching TV, then maybe you feel like chilling after work or after school or whatever you're doing. Maybe you view that as the most important right now, and that's why you're doing that with your time. Now, the third important thing in terms of saying hell no to people because you need to focus on your dream, whether it's fitness or something in your life, is that it all comes down to you having the discipline in the face of your dream. I don't know if a lot of you know this, but 4 years ago now, I had the dream of, I wanted to write books. I wanted to shoot videos. I wanted to have an online following. I wanted to go to Chinese medicine school and get my doctorate. All of these things had not yet occurred 4 years ago, okay? And so what I would do is from my job, I would come home, 10-hour job, I would go right to the gym, and then I would go right to my favorite cafe, and then I would work 3 or 4 hours every day, 7 days a week on figuring out that dream. Like, I didn't know 100% what I wanted. I didn't know that I was gonna have a couple books and have a following online. I didn't know any of this. All I knew was that I wanted to have this, and so I prioritized that time every single night. And I did that by having the discipline to come up with a ritual every single day that I knew I could do because it would somehow get me closer to the dream I was trying to create. And so for you, it all comes down to the fact that obviously you have to know some idea of what you want. You have to know why you think it's important. And then when it comes to saying the hell no, you have to have the discipline to have those rituals. For me personally, the discipline that worked the easiest was going to a cafe directly after work or school, whatever you've got on your plate, because then there's no distractions at home, there's no distractions with friends, there's no other distractions in my life, and I could execute on the things I wanted to do. Whether it was going to the gym, figuring out what I have to do to eat fit, to get bigger or look better or get more toned, how to write a book, how to do anything. It all comes down to your own discipline in trying to prioritize your dreams over the stuff you have to do in your life. So that's another thing I just want you to think about, because overall, the big idea behind this is that to say hell no to other people, you have to believe the dream you're trying to do is important, whether it's just losing weight or something incredible. You have to have the discipline to do it, and you have to prioritize it. And you have to have the self-confidence, because otherwise, if you're doing something that's going to help you reach your dream, or you're eating healthy and a friend's like, come on, just eat these buffalo wings. Just drink this beer. Stop being so prissy about it. Just enjoy life. You're making us look bad. If you don't have the self-confidence, you don't have the belief, you don't think it's important, you're just going to say, yeah, sure. Like, okay, I'll do that. And then you've taken 2 steps back. So if you believe it's important, you have the self-confidence, and you do the work through the discipline, I'm confident you will be able to say hell no when it comes to other people trying to sidetrack you from your dreams. What's up, guys? Alex. All right, your random fact for today. Next Thursday, I leave for Taiwan. So if you live in Taiwan, I'm going to be living in Taipei all summer, finding some good Chinese medicine doctors, practicing my Chinese, making sure it still stays sharp. So if you're there, reach out to me and we can meet up. All right, the best 3 ways to stay in touch with me are very simple. Come on over to my site, modernhealthmonk.com. Download that guide there, 5 daily habits to help you lose your next 20 to 30 pounds. And then come check out my last video here. You can click the monk dude to subscribe. And also, of course, if you like my tiny daily habits approach to achieving your fitness goals and your life goals, come on over and check out my book, Master the Day. It's on Amazon.com. You can also see it in the link there below. And if you send me your receipt to alexander@modernhealthmonk.com, I'll send you a free $100 bonus video course, all right? So go do those 3 things now, and I will catch you in the next video.